Hi, I'm Brian Christ with AudioBiz, and today we're going to learn how to set up a channel on the Allen Heath ZED series of mixers. Let's get started. I have the audio from my microphone coming into channel 1 that'll be broadcasting while we're speaking, and I've duplicated that audio into channel 2 so that we can set the channel up from scratch and see what happens. The first thing we're going to do is set the gain, and you can consider the gain to be the amount of audio that you're letting into the mixer that you're allowed to play with. We don't want this too high because it can cause the mixer to clip, which will sound very bad, and potentially damage speakers. And also, the louder you have the gain, the more area the mic will tend to pick up. So, where do we find that sweet spot? We're going to go down and hit this PFL button. Now, that stands for Pre-Fader Listen, and that is going to bring the audio over to this meter and your headphone control. What we're going to do then is go back and adjust our gain as we're talking here until we start getting a pretty reasonable signal in. And it looks like that's going to be pretty good for our purposes because we're trying to keep it low because we don't have to be very loud. Now, what I'm going to do so you can hear the next amount of changes is mute my audio and bring up the channel we just started. Check, 1, 2, and there we are back. So the next button here is a high pass filter. Now what that will do is roll off a lot of the subharmonic frequencies. I'm going to engage that. It'll get rid of some HVAC noise as well as any artifacts that may be created. Generally speaking, you can activate that on any speaking tone, no matter how low, and most instruments that aren't bass or bass drum or the like. Next we have our EQ section. I'm sure you're familiar with that. We have the high frequency band, which we can go up and down, the low frequency band, which we can go up and down again, and the sweepable mid. And if you haven't seen a sweepable mid, what that means is you can pick the center frequency that's going to go up or down on the mid-range. And the easiest way to show you how that works is to dial it all the way to the low end here, and we're going to turn this up. And you can hear the different qualities in my voice change as I continue to rotate this sweepable mid frequency around. That gives us two important uses. One, we can use it to very specifically color somebody's voice or a specific instrument, and it also allows us to pull a little bit more frequencies out if we need to for feedback. Just from a personal preference, I like to add a little bit of high end to my mic and pull a little 400 out, but everyone is slightly different. Below that, we then have our sends to our auxiliaries. You can use these, which will come out right here, for a recording bus or possibly a monitor so the person speaking or performers can hear themselves. And we can simply turn those up right here and they will get sent over here with aux 1 and aux 2 having a master control. The reason aux 3 and 4 do not is they are labeled post, whereas aux 1 and 2 are labeled pre. What that means is the send going to aux 1 and 2 is pre the fader. So no matter where these are, it will be the same level. Aux 3 and 4 are post fader, which means as you increase this, the level will increase, and as you decrease it, the level will decrease as well. So, that's how we set up a channel on the Allen Heath ZED series mixers. Until next time, I'm Brian Christ with AudioBiz, and thanks for watching.